Dann, ja, schönen guten Abend. Es ist Montagabend, 20 Uhr. Und heute nicht im Schärferaum, so rum. Nicht im Schärferaum, sondern wir sind heute wieder mal bei uns in der Heimspielstätte in der PSD Bank Arena. Und heute darf ich begrüßen nicht die Hanna, nicht den Charlie, nicht den Sven. Komm, sag, wer du bist, weil das ist so ein bisschen schöner, wenn du dich selbst vorstellst.
Ja. Hi Leute, ich bin die Nadine, bin Vorstand auch bei Saison Purple. Wahrscheinlich hat man mich auch ein paar Mal schon gesehen. Immer gerne dabei, für jeden Spaß zu haben. Und ja, heute als Ersatz für die Jungs quasi, beziehungsweise ich teile mir das Ganze ja mit dem Sven, dass wir uns jetzt hier alle ein bisschen gegenseitig unterstützen. Und ja, heute sind wir zusammen hier in der Festival.
Und wir haben heute als Gast, welcome to the show, dear Liggins. Good to have you here. Welcome back in Frankfurt.
Yes, sir.
And welcome to the show. Your first time here in the show, right?
Yes, sir.
Last year, you're ducking away, never showed up in the show. This year, it's your turn.
Finally leveled up, made the show.
Oh yeah. Bevor wir mit Jay über die Saison und um ihn sprechen, Nadine, wollen wir ein bisschen über euch sprechen, Standing Purple, und über die ganzen Events, die jetzt wirklich Schlag auf Schlag kommen. Das immer näher zur Saison. Und am Wochenende haben wir das erste große Event. Willst du ein bisschen davon erzählen?
Wer es noch nicht mitbekommen hat, wir haben das Fan-Grillen bzw. das Fan-Event dann von 10 bis 14 Uhr hier in der PSD Bank Arena. Die Jungs werden trainieren, wir können in der Reihe ein bisschen zuschauen, es wird gegrillt, so rum, es wird Würstchen geben. Wer vegetarisch unterwegs ist, darf sich gerne seine vegane, vegetarische Option mitbringen. Die setzen wir euch natürlich auch auf den Grill, machen die fertig für euch. Es wird Getränke geben. Ich habe was von Crepes gehört, von Schnappies. Ich habe was gehört von einer Hüpfburg, von Musik. Die Cheers haben einen Auftritt. Genau, kommt gerne vorbei, macht Lärm für die Jungs dann auch neben dem Spielfeld. Gerne so ein bisschen so ein Training für uns. Und soweit ich weiß, haben wir dann auch den einen oder anderen Spieler da, den wir abgreifen können für Fotos und Autogramme. Wird bestimmt gut.
Ja, und jetzt, du hast es ja angesprochen, ganz, ganz viel am Wochenende. Jetzt wollen wir das ein bisschen noch aufdröseln. Du hast ja ziemlich schnell und alles gedroppt. Wir werden unser Trainingslager am Wochenende abhalten. Wir werden am Freitag anfangen mit dem Trainingslager, alles hier vor Ort. Und das Trainingslager gibt es Sonntagnachmittag. Und am Samstag habt ihr euch dieses Event einfallen lassen. Und jetzt hast du es so schnell gesagt, aber es ist ja wirklich ziemlich viel und ein Event eigentlich für die ganze Familie. Der wichtigste Punkt als erstes, vorher war kommuniziert 11 Uhr. Jetzt haben wir es nach vorne geschoben, 10 Uhr. Also ein bisschen früher aufstehen, Wecker vorher stellen. Es geht schon um 10 Uhr los. Hat ein bisschen damit zu tun, wie wir trainieren einfach.
Genau.
Und damit ihr Fans einfach auch die Möglichkeit habt, ein bisschen Zeit auch mit den Spielern, Trainern, um einen Step zu verbringen, um das ein oder andere Bild zu machen, den ein oder anderen Smalltalk zu halten. Ich habe gehört, es gibt diverse Autogrammkarten ganz, ganz frisch am Samstag. Also deswegen lohnt es sich schon, alleine am Samstag zu kommen, weil die werden wirklich ganz frisch produziert. Und ja, ihr seid dann mit die Ersten, die sich die Autogramme dann tatsächlich auch persönlich signieren lassen können. Also von daher ein riesen Goodie. Du hast gesagt, es gibt eine Hüpfburg für Kinder, also die Kinder einpacken, vorbeikommen. Wer aufmerksam auf der Powerparty die Jahre unterwegs war, wird ihn kennen, den Crepe-Stand, den Slushy-Stand. Für uns als Trainer immer ganz, ganz wichtig, unser obligatorischer Slushy auf der Powerparty. Popcorn wird es geben und lecker gegrilltes. Und jetzt da muss man ein bisschen verifizieren. Das Gegrillte wird von eurem Fanclub bereitgestellt. Es wird keine festen Preise geben. Du korrigierst mich, wenn ich jetzt was falsch sage und falsche Versprechungen mache. Und es wird eine Spendenbox aufgestellt.
Ja.
Also wenn ihr euch da wirklich verköstigen lasst, lasst auch den einen oder anderen Euro in der Box, weil sonst bleibt der Fanclub halt auf den Kosten auch sitzen. Von daher gönnen und dankbar sein. Slushy und Popcorn und so weiter ganz normal am Verkaufsstand, so wie ihr es von der Powerparty kennt. Die erste Trainingseinheit von uns wird, ich habe vorhin den Plan studiert, von 9 bis um kurz nach 12 sein. Und dann haben wir erst wieder um 14 Uhr Training Das bedeutet für euch, dass ihr tatsächlich den einen oder anderen Moment habt, mit den Spielern auch zu sprechen, Fotos zu machen, Autogramme zu sammeln. Und ich habe gehört, die Cheerleader treten sogar auf. Und wenn ich richtig informiert bin, da gucke ich jetzt einfach mal in die Richtung, 13 Uhr. 13 Uhr ist der Cheerleader-Auftritt. Also auch da bestimmt dann die Möglichkeit, auch Fotos zu machen mit den Mädels. Und ja, einfach einen schönen Tag zu verbringen und die Saison so richtig einläuten zu lassen. Weil lange ist es definitiv nicht mehr hin bis zum ersten Spiel am 2.6. Zum Glück. Und da auch schon der nächste Hinweis. Bless you. 2.6. Das erste Spiel in Offenbach gegen Rhein-Feier. Jetzt wird es so langsam Zeit, tatsächlich die Tickets zu kaufen, weil der eine oder andere Block sieht schon sehr, sehr gut gefüllt aus. Und ich habe das ja schon oft gesagt als Coach, ich lege euch wirklich die Karten hinter der Endzone ganz, ganz nahe, weil man in meinen Augen tatsächlich dort das Spiel am besten geht. Und da probiere ich immer so Woche für Woche ein bisschen Aufklärungsarbeit zu leisten, weil viele sagen, naja, ich will aber an der Seite sitzen und ich will das Spiel von der Seite sehen. Und eigentlich noch 50 Yards Line die besten Tickets. Ich sehe das so ein bisschen anders und auch die anderen Coaches. Also wer mal ein Footballspiel sehen möchte aus der Coaches-Perspektive, der sollte sich so ein Ticket hinter den Endzonen kaufen. Weil das ist tatsächlich noch was anderes.
Du musst halt umdenken. NFL und Co. siehst du halt immer von der Seite.
Siehst du von der Seite, obwohl ich es ja auch immer gesagt habe, auf diversen Plattformen wie dem Game Pass zum Beispiel hast du die Coaches Cam, die siehst du halt auch von hinten. Und in unseren Meetings schauen wir tatsächlich alles von hinten, weil man dann einfach sieht, wer macht was und wo gehen die Lücken auf. Ne? Das ist schon anderes Football gucken. Wo sitzt ihr denn, wenn man tatsächlich sagt, ich möchte so die lauteste und beste Stimmung im Stadion miterleben?
Ja, die Haupttribüne ist, glaube ich, soweit ich weiß, bei uns schon ziemlich ausverkauft. Ich weiß nicht genau, wie unser Blog heißt. Ich habe das vorher geklärt. Wenn man aber das Stadion öffnet, haben wir quasi unterhalb der VIP-Tribüne relativ weit rechts mittig, würde ich sagen, ist ein Teil von uns. Und die anderen sind tatsächlich netterweise auf der Stehseite und brüllen den Rhein-Feier-Leuten mal so ein bisschen ins Ohr. Finde ich jetzt auch nicht so schlimm.
An deren Sideline.
Ja.
Ja, definitiv. Und ich glaube, da wird es noch Plätze verfügbar oder es werden Plätze noch zu haben sein. Und ich glaube, ihr seid da nicht böse, wenn der eine oder andere, der vielleicht mit eurem Fanclub noch nichts zu tun hat, so in eure Richtung wandert und Mitstimmung machen möchte.
Sowieso alle, egal ob Fanclub oder nicht. Also das ist ja keine Vorgabe, man muss ein Fanclub sein oder sollte ein Fanclub sein für gute Stimmung. Ja, das geht locker auch ohne uns und mitmachen, das ist wichtig. Trommel mitbringen, Tröten mitbringen, Stimme mitbringen, am Montag völlig egal. Der Chef muss einen nicht verstehen. Der hat Verständnis gehabt.
Du hast gesagt, mitbringen. Was muss man dann oder sollte man dann mitbringen im Stadion, um große Stimmung zu machen? Wie seid ihr an so einem Spieltag ausgestellt?
Wir haben Tröten wieder organisiert, diese orangenen Pustereienteile. Die kann man gerne natürlich holen, wer noch welche zu Hause hat. Aufpassen, die Ballons vorne könnten ein bisschen porös geworden sein. Hinten ein paar Luftballons mit, kann man zurechtschneiden, wieder reparieren. Die Teile haben wir dabei. Auf gar keinen Fall, bitte, bitte, auf gar keinen Fall Triller kaufen. Wir haben immer mal wieder jemanden im Blog oder mal im Stadion, der eine Trillerpfeife in der Hand hat. Ja, und bevor wir da echt Strafe bekommen oder beziehungsweise die Galaxy da ja noch Ärger bekommen, bitte, bitte das auf gar keinen Fall. Das weiß auch früher anders, ist direkt. Ansonsten Sonnenschutz, ausreichend zu trinken für die Stimme und ansonsten Krach machen. Wir haben unsere Trommeln dabei, wir haben unsere Fangesänge dabei, die dürfen wir ja auch mittlerweile beim Training mittlerweile üben, da sind wir jetzt auch dabei. Ja, ansonsten erstmal eine ziemlich gute Laune.
Das hört sich doch ganz gut an. Habe ich denn was vergessen, was den Samstag betrifft? Haben wir alles. Sollten Fragen sein, auch der Chat heute bitte, schreibt es rein und wir probieren euch das auch heute in einem anderen Setup trotzdem zu beantworten und auf eure Fragen einzugehen. Das gleiche gilt für Fragen dann gleich an Jay. Jetzt über die Leute, die bei Instagram zugucken. Wir werden gleich Instagram live schließen. Also ich glaube, Marie hat den Link nochmal online gestellt. Wechselt doch rüber zu Twitch und dann könnt ihr die ganze Folge euch angucken. Und ja, dann würde ich sagen, starten wir doch mit Jay Liggins. So, I already said welcome to the new Frankfurt Galaxy, to the upcoming season, but you as a familiar face were a part of last year's team. What was your reason to come back for another year?
Coach K, definitely, I got a lot of trust and faith in Coach K in the past. He's leading the team and us, and also just the guys have done a really good job of embracing me for my first year here. I was looking forward to coming to Frankfurt for the environment, for the fans, the atmosphere, playing and feel like 2 years ago with T-Roll, so I really got excited about that, and the guys that lived up to the hype. They embraced me, and then we did a pretty good job of winning too, so it was a pretty easy choice in some aspects to come back here and restart in some aspects what we started last year.
You mentioned you played in Tirol 2 years ago, so you're familiar with the Purple Hell. You played one game against the Frankfurt Galaxy. What was the reason to come to Frankfurt the first year? Was it the environment here in the stadium? Was that a part too?
No, definitely. Yeah, I was really overwhelming at some points coming out there and seeing all the fans with their jerseys, the decorations, the screaming, the bells, and all that stuff. It was really introduced me to how the German people embrace football and how much they love it, and they're doing a good job of embracing me in that same aspect. So it was nice to be getting cheered for instead of cheered against.
So before we talk about the upcoming season, let's recap the last season. We went quite far last year. Got stopped against Rheinfire, as everybody knows. Tell us a little bit about your personal or the team about last year. How was you feeling about last year?
It was exciting. We played some crazy games, some nail-biter games. I've probably never experienced so many ups and downs throughout the season like that. Some close fights. We're fortunate enough to pull through a lot of those close fights. But it was really exciting. I think we had like 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks where like overtime game, winning by a field goal. So it was a lot of nail biters. And then like I said, we were able to win, and that was always nice to win. And then yeah, I think about playoffs, you either go through all the winning or you don't. So coming up short, that was disappointing, of course, but really proud of the guys that they were able to do as a team. The Browns were able to win, and then try and build off that.
How was your personal feelings about last year?
Thus far, I like playing under Coach K, playing Frankfurt. I think I was able to perform at a pretty decent level. I was happy with what I was able to do on the field. And then off the field, living in Frankfurt too is pretty exciting, pretty fun city. But yeah, I was happy with it. Just trying to build off of it now, though. It's in the past as much as I'm happy to look back on the things I was able to do. You always get your next play.
And Frankfurt city-wise, did you fall in love with the city a little bit? And do you feel home, or the second home for you?
I'm getting there.
You're getting there?
I usually don't throw the word love around, so I can't say I love the city. But I like it here in Frankfurt, and they have been good to me, and it's cool to be around the city. There's a lot of fun things to do, and just like I said, the city and the people have embraced me pretty well, whether that's the team or people I've met throughout my day-to-day, and fans, of course.
So last year was last year. Now it's a new season now. What do you expect after, I would say, the first 2 weeks of practice for you? What do you expect for the new season?
Of course, we're building, we're progressing. Not only myself as a team, the guys are getting used to us being back, and we're getting used to being back. And yeah, just building up. I think we have high expectations considering the pieces we're able to bring in, and consider how we played last year. Of course, that's a big part of our back. We have some unfinished business, so I think a lot of the guys have high hopes for the season. We have high expectations for ourselves, and 2 weeks in, like we're making the progress we want to make. I think we're step by step, 1% better every day, and we're getting there.
Let's talk about the team a little bit more specific. Can you already tell us, or would you say you feel another vibe this year than it was last year? Or let's talk about the offense and the defense, about the differences.
And like I said, with new pieces coming in, there's a lot of guys with chip on their shoulder. There's a lot of guys have things to prove, whether you're new or not. The guys who are coming back, they want to prove that we're getting better, prove that they want someone's spot. And the guys coming in, they want someone's spot and they want to prove that they belong. So I think you can feel that energy in practice every day. Everyone competing. And it's still, as much as we're competing and fighting, it's still very much a family-oriented thing. It's really nice to see each other, leaning on each other and trying to push each other up. I think we got a lot of weapons, so I think so early it's kind of hard to you know, to see it all come. I'm seeing it coming together, but like I said, it's coming together, and it's exciting to watch, and I'm excited to see it all come together. So because it's starting already.
So pretty excited about the first upcoming game.
Of course. I am. Like I said, how playoffs and stuff like that, you get there only one way out. So it'd be nice to give them a first taste of all, that. They're a good team, good competitor. So it's gonna be exciting on the big stadium.
So have you been to the big stadium we're gonna play the first game?
No, I don't think I have. No.
Did the guys tell you about the stadium and the new environment we're in for the first game? Or do you expect even a bigger crowd or a louder crowd for the first game? Because the first game is, as we know, the Rheinfire, jumping into the water right away. And I know it's going to be a question out of the fan club. What do you expect about of the fans this year?
I think every year football is getting increasing. The fans that turn out every time the team was given an opportunity to play the bigger stadium. I think the fans have came out every single time, so it'll be exciting to see the increasing population. I think last year we played at Rheinfire in Düsseldorf. I think that was a real big eye opener. Wow, what the possibilities that could come up now. And so I'm really excited to see how it looks on right in here. But I think I'll be impressed. I think it's gonna be exciting. I think it's electric. It'll be a good taste to start off the season.
Ich weiß, ihr habt ein paar Fragen auch vorbereitet im Fanclub. Dann würde ich dir jetzt einfach mal die Möglichkeit geben, die Fanclub-Fragen auch einfach hier reinzuwerfen. Ja, genau.
So, we've got a question we are asking every player this year. So last year we got from the favorite food. You saw the fruit salad. So that was the answers. They gave us. I said, yeah, strawberries. I said, okay, here you got it. This year it's who was your childhood hero? Fictional or family member or someone else?
Don't say Coach Pena.
No, that's not childhood. That's not possible.
Childhood hero. I would say Michael Vick really got me into football growing up when I was a kid. I lived in Atlanta for a while. From Memphis, Tennessee, but I lived in Atlanta for a while. And, wanted to be like Mike kind of thing. He's really exciting player to watch. And he was the face of Atlanta for a while. So I wouldn't necessarily say he's my hero by any means. But he's definitely a guy who, I looked up to as a kid. I think he's done a great thing for the game of football.
So Mike Vick, huh? Mm-hmm. Do you feel like Mike Vick?
Do I feel like Mike Vick?
So what do you expect from us fans, or what do you wish we should do in the season, or a specific game, or specific move, or any wishes?
Liggins, man.
Something like that.
I think if I saw a bunch of number 5 jerseys out there, that'd mean everything to me.
Okay.
But other than that, I think the fans are doing a great job. Like I said, it was a big reason I came out here. The environment they bring. So as long as they keep doing that, I'll love it.
I really don't know. Are there number 5 jerseys in the fan show?
Should be.
Should be.
Should.
I'm gonna ask. Marie,
Marie?
do you know? I really don't know. Check out the fan shop, and you know, if you don't got a jersey, number 5 is the number to get.
Yes, sir.
There you go. Or those J. Liggins masks, you know.
We got Jay Liggins mask.
Yeah, I don't know. It's paper thing, huh?
I don't know what they're planning now because somebody is telling anything in the lounge when the planning starts. So maybe, I don't know. Normally I sit on the side and I'm in the planning. Maybe we can do something. Bitte? Leute?
Also,
Kriegen wir hin, oder?
ja, 20, 30 so J. Liggins Masken und
Ja.
dann, huh? That would be really cool, huh? To see your face up in the stands.
For which game do you want them?
To be honest, I don't even look that good. I don't think I want them in my face.
Oh, don't stop.
You want ugly crowd.
Dann jetzt an euch schon mal die Fragen. Gibt es denn erste Fragen aus dem Chat? Da frage ich mal. Ansonsten schreibt sie ruhig rein. Dann gehen wir nochmal auf die ganzen Fragen ein. So let's talk a little bit about our opponents this year and our conference. I mean, obviously it's the strongest conference again. I know everybody, you know, we're going to play Rheinfire, and as the champion of last year, we know they're pretty strong and the team to beat. But what team, or let's do a little ranking in our conference. What do you think about the other team, just paper-wise?
To be honest, I don't get too caught up in all that. I get more worried about my cap and what we're doing here. But I'm definitely excited for the Rainford game. I think the fact that we didn't beat them at all last year, I think that's something that leaves a bit of taste in my mouth. So I definitely always gonna have a chip on our shoulder coming to that. I think we're a very capable team. I wouldn't say there's necessarily a team where I'm like, oh man, like we need to watch out or da da da. I'm not too worried about that. But I'm looking forward to playing them as well as Paris, and then I think Madrid, just to see how they come up together. I really like their receiver, Louis Patterson. I like playing against them. Cool cats, but yeah, so I'm excited to see what they do with that team and how they build things up. But Paris and Rainfire definitely. Yeah.
You mentioned Madrid, you mentioned Paris. In general, let's talk about the league, how it grows from year to year. What do you think? Is the European League of Football, is it a topic in the US as well? Did you hear something in the US while staying there? Is your family and friends, you know, are they into the league as well?
Yeah, I think my friends and family, I think they tune in, they pay attention, they're aware of it. And I think it's continued to grow, and I think the college, obviously a lot more prominent in college for the players. They've been an option. So you hear it circling in areas a little bit more. Granted, I'm like 28, so I'm not hanging out with the college kids that much no more. But when I was staying in my university town, it was a little bit more prominent. People were asking like the channels and things to do to take those routes. And even the ELF, of course, have been the highest level here, but just European football in general, just different areas to play football. There's a lot of different leagues that are starting to branch up, so the possibility. And even in the States with the new leagues they're building, I think football has just opened up, and there's a lot of talent everywhere, and the different leagues are doing the best they can to find it. So I think it's exciting. I'm very happy to be a part of it. I think that's another reason why I continue to come back. With the talent they bring in every year, you see a lot of big signings, and that's always exciting. So yeah, it's interesting to be a part of it. I think they'll continue to grow. I think it's on a good track.
There was one question a couple of weeks ago, and I never asked this question because I kind of forgot about it. But people were interested in the regular basis import life. So they know you're working out in the gym, you're practicing in the evening. But what are you doing on a regular basis? Take us through a week of J. Liggins.
A week of J. Liggins, man, so exciting. Probably couldn't keep up. I just not much to do. Not that there's not much to do, but I usually just hang out, try to schedule the things I do around football, of course. Also spend some time off my legs so I can give the most I can when I'm at the facilities and stuff like that. But I like to be a little tourist sometimes, check out the city life. Some of the guys are pretty good about texting me. Marie does a really good job of inviting me to things like that, helping me explore the city, different nightlife venues and things like that. So I do what I can to keep myself entertained, but keep myself from just all football, but try to mix a little party in the mix, No, but very low, just be chilling, trying to enjoy the city. I did a lot of tourist stuff last year too, so this year, my location and stuff, I'm just trying to be a little bit more spontaneous and checking out random spots in the downtown area.
But have you seen a little bit of Germany or in general in Europe, or are you interested in going places and traveling?
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have that much of free time
Right.
and off weeks, but do you find time to go places?
Yeah.
Not around just Frankfurt, but
Yeah, I do.
Europe-wise.
Yeah, I think I've done well, of course I could do more, but you said we're a little busy sometimes. But I think I've done a good job of exploring places and making the best of my time here and the opportunities given to me. Yeah, so I get a little touristy sometimes, but it is tough. But in some of the places I've been, I couldn't even pronounce it, so that's very unfortunate. But I think I do a good job of it. Yeah, it's a lot to see, a little time.
But many places more to go, huh?
Exactly, so many more places.
So you got a couple more years of football in the tank?
Oh, I got so many years. I could play at this level for another 30 years. No, I definitely feel great. I don't see myself slowing down. I think there's things that I do to take care of my body more. But I think I'm in a peak, not peak shape. I could be, but yeah, I think I'm still faster than everyone on the team. So.
Oh.
So that must be saying something.
So the race is on, huh?
No, I'm too old for races though. So you just gotta take my word for it.
The other question is, it's kind of fitting. Someone's asking who you think is the best athlete on the team.
I bet it's another teammate. I promise you.
Well, I think there's only one right answer. But besides that, I would say Anthony. Anthony's he's a real good athlete. Yeah, Anthony Williams.
So a guy on defense, huh?
Someone else is asking what's your favorite team.
I wouldn't necessarily say I have one. I like Pat Mahomes a lot. I think he's really good talent. He's a bit of face of the league kind of guy. And then of course I got love for the Eagles,
Really?
Of course. That was my first team, they showed me some love. Made my dream come true. So, of course. Always, fly Eagles fly.
So, if you say Anthony is probably the best athlete on the team, he might be on defense, but who would you rank on the offense?
Michael, for sure. Michael Castle. Yeah, definitely. But it's pretty new guys, so let's see. Yeah, I'm trying to think of a returner who I could say. Oh no, I just have to go with Michael, yeah.
So how do you love it to practice against him?
I think it's nice. Me and Divine have been close, trying to get some time to get our reps against him. I think it's nice to go against get an offensive player of the year. I didn't get to play him last year, so it's exciting to get these reps if he's because at this point he is the standard of receiver. As much as he wants to perform how he did, if not better, a lot of guys are looking to understand that's what it takes to be that kind of guy. So it's nice to go against that kind of guy every single day at practice. So it'll get me better. And for what I think about myself as corner, I think it's not going to make him even that much better. So I think it's going to iron sharpens iron, and then even Divine, he's a very talented corner as well. So I think that trio of us and then mixing it up every day, it's going to turn out really well for the team and ourselves.
Haben wir noch Fragen? Wie sieht es mit Fragen von euch aus?
You said something about traveling around Frankfurt? Did you take the typical Frankfurt food and drinks?
I guess you have to tell me the typical Frankfurt food and drinks.
Äppler, Apfelwein,
It's a cider kind of drink.
What's the name?
The cider kind of Epla.
Äppler.
I don't think so.
Oh, you gotta take some places then, huh? You gotta go and drink it now. You might want to try that in the off week.
Äppler, grüne Soße,
Schnitzel and
Schnitzel, grüne Soße.
I think it's so yes, I've tried it.
Schnitzel, but that's not typical Frankfurt, it's typical German, I think. Grüne Soße and Handcake.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't be able to pronounce these things, so I wouldn't be able to order them. I think that's the problem.
so you have to get a guide.
Yeah, or you guys just give me pictures and I'll just be, I want this, you know.
You
So
got it.
we can make baby steps. But yeah, I'm definitely interested in trying all kinds of European food, German food, and especially Frankfurt food, you know.
So you guys organize a guide for Jay, or you give him pictures and he, you know, and tell him where to go.
Yeah.
Tell him where to go.
Got it.
So let's talk about our upcoming camp. Obviously looking forward for the camp, right? What do you think is the most important thing during our camp to get better as a team and as an individual player?
I think it's repetition. I think it's nice having everyone in one spot, you know, wrap it out on like 2 days practice, getting like multiple practices in back to back. With everyone's schedule, it's kind of hard to get that unity and that like commitment. As much as everyone's committed, you know, that like commitment, you know, to have everyone in one place out there grinding, I think is very important. It's you know, obviously works because that's what most places they're fortunate enough to do. Like, you know, growing up in America, you know, just college, you know, NFL, like things like that. You're practicing every day, you're practicing twice a day. They limited the 2 days kind of stuff now, but you know, you're practicing very regularly, and that's very important for the routine. You know, so I think that's really nice. I think it's very important, you know, especially like even myself. I mess up on Tuesday. Sometimes it's kind of hard to sit there and think, wow, I don't get to redeem myself until Thursday. So it's nice to have that back to back, or like, oh yeah, I'm gonna redeem myself in a couple hours. You know, so I think that's very important.
And are you looking? I know it's going to be a close and a event on Saturday night coming up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Right.
What do you expect? And give us a little, or give those new players a little shout out about Saturday night.
I'm interested to see the Vines performance, of course, but it's always exciting. It's nice to not be performing, so I'm excited to see what everyone else does and be able to judge instead of be judged. So.
Für die Leute, die das jetzt noch nicht irgendwie kurz verstanden haben, am Samstagabend werden wir als Team auch noch zusammenbleiben und es wird die legendäre Rookie-Show stattfinden, die natürlich ein internes Team-Event sein wird. Es wird keine Handys erlaubt sein und es wird kein Film gedreht. Und da passieren wirklich teilweise sehr, sehr lustige Sachen. Und as Jay said, if you suck on Saturday night, you're getting booed off stage.
Oh yeah, it's a big moment.
Yeah. Last year it was quite nice. I remember good acts, and I remember guys who got booed off stage, right? Mm-hmm. So,
it gets bad, man, you know.
Also solltet ihr da draußen zugucken und noch nicht so richtig geübt haben für Samstag, ihr strengt euch besser an. I just said, you better get your act together and perform and practice.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. Okay, es war nur ein kleiner Insider, aber das ist für das Team einfach sehr, sehr wichtig. In the beginning of our little talk, you mentioned your connection to Coach K. Tell us a little bit about your connection to Coach K. How did your conversation start two years ago, I guess? And what is he for you, not just as a coach, but as a private person too?
Yeah, me and Coach K connection been really good since the beginning. You know, playing here against you guys, I think he was able to see what I was able to do a little bit, and so that's always a compliment, playing a guy, and then next thing you know, a couple of days later, he's on the phone with you trying to recruit you. So I thought that spoke enough because we ended up losing that game. Well, we won. Wait, no, we lost.
No, you lost, but not enough.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it was even like him recognizing my game even in defeat. I think was flattering, and he was on the phone so shortly after. He's like, obviously you're getting ready for your game. You got playoffs coming up, but like you're on my radar. Let's keep in touch. I thought that was real cool to just immediately dive in and take that approach and just let them know like, hey, like our season's over, we're watching kind of thing. I think that meant a lot. And then as I came here, he's able to keep that general connection going, keeping himself involved with the things I'm going on my day to day, understanding I'm far from home. And so he's been the kind of guy where I can call or text anytime, like, hey, I got this going on, I'm struggling with this, and he's the kind of guy who's gonna do what he can do to make things happen for me. And so I really appreciate that because sometimes being so far from him, you can fall through the cracks a little bit. So I always appreciate he has my back to make sure I'm not slipping or falling.
What kind of role does your German teammates play with that? Are they like helping you out if you need something, or the connection between the import players and the German players? Maybe you tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I think guys like Josh and Gautier, they've been really good. Sebastian, they've been really good about keeping being guys in the city, being guys who I can go to if I need something. Guys that are like, hey, we're going here tonight, or like let's come over for this or that. So they've been really good about that, keeping me in the loop with things. And then, but of course, everyone has their stuff going on, so it's kind of hard to build all those connections with everyone, considering like the import lifestyle is a lot more different than someone who's working regularly full time, So I do respect that, and I respect the fact that they take the time to just be like, as I spoke to Jay, like, how are you doing? How's things going? Like, like, have you been to such and such? Have you been here? Like, like if I'm lost, I know I can call those guys, like, hey, I don't know what I'm doing right now. So yeah, that's been nice.
What about your coaches? I mean, this year obviously you have a new DB coach on board. How did you connect to the new coaches, and how is your relationship to coaches who've been here for a couple of years, like Coach Henry?
But I think it's been real nice. Coach Jay, we clicked pretty quick. He knows his stuff, so I respect him and I respect what he has to say. And then coming back with all the coaches, a lot of the coaches have returned, so that's really nice. Some of the guys I compete and like joke around with their practice and stuff like that, so it's real nice seeing familiar faces, things like that help you want to come back to the team, help you like have something to fight for, whether they're teammates or coaches. Just knowing some of these guys have your back more than just a player, I think it makes it easier to like commit to the team, commit to the family aspect that we're trying to build, commit to like achieving together.
You as I would say, older player, how would you see your role on the team compared to guys we have on a team who are like 19 years old, 20 years old?
Yeah, I definitely try to take a leadership aspect in some of those roles. I'm not really the kind of guy who's always going to be talking or yelling at you, but I'm a guy where like I want you to get better every day. If you have any questions, I could talk to you. Like I'm gonna root for you, help you keep your chin up, So I definitely understand the role I bring to the team, not only as an import, but as the older guys, someone who's expected to compete at a level and expected to bring a certain knowledge with the things I've done and things I've achieved over my career.
As we said, football in Germany or in Europe is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And nowadays, little kids start playing football here. I know in the US, kids playing football from 5 years old. And here it's getting started. What would you tell a little kid who is interested in playing football? What would you tell him how to start the game and progress the game of football?
I guess if I was, I feel like I'd probably tell him like most junior, I'd like focus on your school and focus on doing the things you can do out in your personal life. Because football's going to end no matter when it does or how it does. It will end. And it's nice to just say you're more than just a football player. So I'd probably tell them that most importantly. And then like, you're not going to go to a D1 college if you're not good in school. So I think I'd probably emphasize that most importantly. But then second of all, just tell them to focus on your craft. Don't get so caught up in the social media stuff and get so caught up in trying to be as good as the next guy or better than the next guy, you know. Some of that stuff's going to take time, and some of the kids who are the fastest on the playground, well, those guys didn't end up playing because they were just the fastest on the playground. So I would just tell them to take those baby steps, focus on your craft, and it's going to come, you know. If you commit to it, it's going to come.
So what are your plans after the football in 10 years?
I guess I'm still figuring some of that stuff out. As I say, I think the reason why I mentioned like having more than just football, I think some aspects, like with my whole grind, I think I get caught up in a lot of football stuff too, and still figuring out what I actually want to do, like genuinely for myself. I think this European journey I've taken was something I decided to do for myself. I feel like for football, I've been so long just like playing football, going to league, you know. And then coming out here was a foundation. I took some time off to just focus on work and like myself. And this was something I was like, I was like, I want to travel the world. I want to see more. I want to see different places, meet different people, experience more. Have football do something for me instead of me always like doing something for football. But I think in some channels I do want to get back into coaching, surround myself in the football and track. I was also a track athlete in college. I think I learned a lot throughout my time playing my sports and competing. But I wasn't always the most athletic guy ever on the planet. I wasn't always this freak you see before you. But so I understand what it takes to just like grind and just put your head down and just be like, you know, I think at one point I was just a guy who worked hard and all of a sudden I was just like, wow, like I'm a guy who's strong. You know, like a lot of people, like I'm faster than everyone, so I understand that grind, and I think through that I've learned to appreciate the grind, you know, in coaching and giving. Like, so I really would love to give that stuff back. I can see myself coaching and giving back to the youth, whether that's here in Germany or back here in Europe or back in the States.
My last question is, you as a person and you as a player, when you played the game or before a game, what kind of person are you? Are you more the quiet Jay Liggins who is in a tunnel concentrating about your game, or are you outspoken guy and the fans are chatting on the power party, or is that a part you taken after the games?
I think honestly, I'm more. What you see is what you get. I'm kind of the same I am on my day to day that I'm on the field. I'm pretty relaxed, pretty chill. I think I'm pretty good at what I do, so I don't find myself too stressed about what I'm doing. And so I'm just more like just chilling, enjoying myself, getting into the zone, getting my body right, getting the music going. But I'm a pretty guy you can probably approach. I know some guys with channel locked in were like, don't even say nothing to them on game day. You know what I'm saying? I know guys like that. And then I know guys who like try to distract themselves from the moment by being like laughing and light. But for me, I'm very much I am now. You know, I'm glad. Like I'm just chilling. Yeah.
So fans, you always
Well, the fans can interact with me. I'm very good with the fans. You can give me a wave. You can give me you get my attention. I'll show you some love. I always appreciate the love from the fans, so I always try to give some back.
haben wir denn noch Fragen aus dem Chat?
One question is, who's your favorite opponent in one-on-ones?
That's a good question. I like going against Castle. But I also like going against Zeno. He's shifty. He's always doing little unorthodox stuff, but I think it's fun to go against him. And he's improved so much since last year, so it's nice to witness that firsthand. And then I like Giannis as well. Young cat. I haven't got to get to score against him yet this year, but I like his game. He's a young dude who shows promise and keeps improving.
And then are you excited for the new season?
Of course, always excited. I'm excited to be back in Germany. Excited to be back with the team, the coaches, the fans, the family out here. Yeah, it's all exciting. It's been a long time coming. I'm ready to get back at the level that I was performing at, even higher.
Dann glaube ich, ist das ein sehr, sehr guter Abschluss.
Mhm.
Oder
Ja,
hast
hab
du
ich
noch?
noch. Ja,
Ja,
hab ich gerade.
dann.
What you gonna do in week 1? So we have got a bye week.
Mm-hmm.
What you personally gonna do?
I'll probably just tune in to games across the league, get my mind right, get focused on a big week 1 matchup.
Did you choose which game?
You said?
Did you choose which game you want to see?
I haven't even looked at the schedule of everyone else. So I don't know who's playing.
So
but
there are games.
I know
There are
they're
games
playing.
for sure.
That's a good question though. I should look in. Maybe check it out.
Maybe?
Galaxy wasn't playing, so I said, who cares?
Well, because we're driving to a game. I'm not saying which now on camera because it's Überraschung. Surprise thing for the players there and for the teams. So maybe you want to join us.
Oh,
So if you got time, you got a spot.
yeah, that's
On the
good.
card.
I think we get a call for you.
Oh, yeah, that'd be a good way to tune in.
Ja. Also, dann, wenn ich jetzt nichts mehr vergessen habe und wir alle Gucci sind, dann vielen, vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen heute. Wir sehen uns alle am Samstag. Wir sehen uns alle am Samstag. Ich wiederhole nochmal die Uhrzeit. 10 Uhr. Und wann wird der Grill angeworfen?
Ab 10.
Ab 10. Also, Frühstück zu Hause vergessen und hier essen. Football gucken, ein bisschen mit uns schwätzen, Fotos machen. Sind alle da und werden einen schönen Tag haben. Wir sehen uns dann hier wieder in der Purple Lounge nächste Woche Montag 20 Uhr. Und bis dahin macht's gut und ich freue mich auf euch. Vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen. Thank you, Jay, for being on the show.
Yep, of course. Happy to be here.
Und bis dann. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.